Hello and welcome to Air News Daily on Thursday, the 2nd of April. I'm Jeremy Spake. A number of regular viewers have asked about the global situation with fuel supplies, and with the ongoing war against Iran being waged by the US and Israel, there remains a high degree of volatility both in supplies and the costs for fuel. Some airlines have already trimmed schedules such as Air New Zealand and Scandinavian Airlines, whilst others have implemented fuel surcharging such as Air France, Cathay Pacific and Lufthansa. Cebu Pacific recently reassured customers that they have sufficient fuel supplies to maintain their already reduced flying program until June. Low-cost operators in Europe aren't immune to the challenges either, as borne out by Ryanair's CEO, Michael O'Leary, who has advised that the carrier is good for fuel until May, but he is already talking about fare increases that are just around the corner. And EasyJet is preparing a programme of targeted frequency reductions and prioritising Airbus A320neo operations, whilst Wizz Air, who have hedged less fuel, may yet need to make some difficult decisions about thinner, lower yield routes in the short term. What we can say is that if the attacks against Iran continue beyond the end of May and the Straits of Hormuz remain closed, a fifth of the world's fuel supplies will remain cut off, and therefore fuel will be even harder to secure and will come with significant price rises over and above the doubling we have already seen, which of course will end up being passed on to passengers when they book tickets. As I've said before, we are going to feel the pain of this conflict for months to come, if not years, and therefore we can expect continued disruption to flying regardless of where we are in the world. Fiji Airways will be increasing its schedule between Nadi and Vancouver to 3 flights per week, starting from the 16th of June using its Airbus A330s. At the same time, the Pacific carrier has expanded its codeshare agreement with British Airways to include the Vancouver route, so customers can now fly seamlessly onto British Airways services from the Canadian Gateway to London and beyond. That's great news for customers. Staying in the Pacific, troubled Air Caledonie recently filed for bankruptcy following a month of suspended operations caused not simply by technical issues or financial mismanagement, but aided by a prolonged and highly disruptive series of airport blockades across New Caledonia, which were triggered by the government's plan to shift all domestic operations from Nouméa's Magenta Airport to La Tantuta Airport, located much farther from the capital. Protesters from the Loyalty Islands and the Isle of Pines, communities that rely heavily on Magenta's proximity to Noumea, mobilised in early March and physically blocked access to multiple airports, making it impossible for Air Caledonie to operate even a skeleton schedule. The airline's finances, already fragile after years of depressed demand and high operating costs, collapsed under the weight of a near total loss of revenue. Such a shame. Kazakh flag carrier Air Astana has announced the appointment of Ibrahim Kanil as its new Chief Executive Officer. He took up his role yesterday and succeeds Peter Foster, who has led the airline group for 20 years. Mr. Kanil, who previously held the role of Chief Finance Officer, will now steer both Air Astana and low-cost subsidiary Fly Aristan through a period of growth, reaffirming its position as Central Asia's leading airline group, and we wish him all the very best in his new role. KLM Engineering and Maintenance is accelerating the time it takes for apprentices to become licensed mechanics by using one of the airline's retired Boeing 737s. This initiative now means that trainees can get hands-on time on a real airframe without having to wait for operational schedules, thus enabling the Dutch carrier to reduce training time from 2 years to 9 months without compromising on the quality of the course. That's a great initiative, KLM, well done you. And finally, US Transportation Security Administration staff have now received retroactive pay, which has seen a significant number of agents return to their roles after 2 months of not being paid, thanks to a partial shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security. Everyone's best friend, he says with a hint of sarcasm, Donald Trump ordered that staff be paid, as the growing security delays across US airports and the deployment of ICE agents was proving to be another unpopular decision by the US leader. Queues are easing, but some locations across the states will be better than others, so it's not all plain sailing. United Airlines has even released an enhancement to its customer mobile app that helps its passengers to monitor TSA queues at the carrier's hubs. And our advice, of course, is for customers to still allow plenty of time to get through security, especially over the Easter period. Thanks for being with us today. As it's Good Friday tomorrow, we won't be with you, but we will return on Monday with our usual Route Special. So have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Take it easy.
We'll see you again next week. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to Air News Daily.